I want to dismantle what you should do so you can bag a contract on Meganovel, an exclusive contract, what Meganovel wants you to give to them. This is what this video will be dismantling today. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel where I dismantle some things about writing, finance, and make money online tips. Now, if you're just stopping by for the very first time, what are you waiting for to join the family? Like, what are you waiting for? You can see, I so much love my community. I've not even taken my bath. I had to make this video for them. What are you waiting for to join the community? What are you waiting for? Alright. That's by the way saying everything Meganovel wants you to put on in your story so you can get an exclusive contract worth $500 to $1,000 depending on how good your story is. I'm going to be telling you what you should do, the tips to bagging an exclusive contract on Meganovel. This is the sister novel to Goodnovel. Do you get? Now I'm going to be telling you what they want, the exact thing they want you to put in your story, how the prompt should look like, how the tropes should look like, so you can bag a contract. Let's dive into the video. I'm going to be reading them from my phone. Do you get? I read them from my other phone. I'm going to be reading out the tips, so you want to grab your jotter, you want to grab your stationery because it's about to get juicy and mind-blowing. Now let me grab my phone so I can read them out for you. Tips for writing Meganovel stories, what Meganovel wants you to give them. All right, now the first genre that they love is son-in-law genre, and here are some few tips about son-in-law genre. Remember, this is not Letterlux. Now this is Meganovel. They are specifically interested in male leads with little or no romance. All right, the tip one is for writing son-in-law genre. The tip one is make the male lead humiliated at the beginning chapters. Remember I told you tips for writing for getting a contract on Letterlux and Goodnovel. I told you hook us at the very first chapter. Now for Meganovel, hook us by making your male lead what? Humiliated at the beginning chapters. I'm going to explain this. Put it in such a way that when the readers start reading your chapter 1 of your story, you want to put on Meganovel, make it so emotional. Remember I said Letterlux, you need to humiliate the female lead, make her suffer. Now the reverse is the case for Meganovel. You need to humiliate the male lead, make him suffer. Make him suffer, make him see Shege Banza, humiliate him. I'm going to be giving you some instance. You can make him an orphan, or maybe the person that everybody bullies in class, or maybe a son-in-law that is being looked down on because he comes from a poor background, or maybe he's bent to survive on the mercy of his auntie that takes advantage of him. Or maybe he meant to work with a cruel boss that has to wash his car every day before he gets his meager pay. Something like that. Just think about the way you can start your chapter very emotional. Do you get? Not only female leads can be written emotionally. You can actually write your male lead very emotional and you creep into the heart of your readers. Now, I said the male lead should be humiliated at the beginning chapters. Remember, for Meganovel, they need just your first 10 keywords. Now, the beginning chapters, you need to make your male lead humiliated. Do you get? Feel humiliated. Your readers should be able to look at your male lead and feel for them. Do you get? Look at your male lead and be like, wow, this male lead has really experienced a lot of torture in this story. We want to see how this male lead is going to pan out. So therefore, we're going to stick to the end of this story of your story. Make them emotional. Make them like the male lead on time by torturing the male lead so that we can be emotional about it. Do you get me? Because when we are emotional is when we are going to unlock more chapters and keep reading your story. That is by the way. Number 2. I've also said it might be a security man. He might be a security man that receives scorns every day. Maybe he might be the lowest rated employees, probably a messenger or even a garbage man. He could even be a student who is struggling to make ends meet. He might be someone who picks trash, do food deliveries, or maybe he's a waiter or at a fancy restaurant. These are ideas you could use. Or maybe his wife cheated on him with a richer man. Do you get? If you want to go into with the son-in-law trope, the son-in-law genre route, do you get? You could even make his wife cheat on him with a richer man, and she's not even feeling remorse about it because he's poor. Do you get? So give us something that is emotional. Another thing again you could do is, she didn't even bother to hide it. She brought the man to make out on their matrimonial bed, something like that. Do you get? Something that we can be like, wow, this woman went too far. I really feel for this male lead. Wow, what will happen next? Do you get? Or maybe you can even make him run errands. That's another thing you could do. Okay, another thing you could also do is his girlfriend left him for a richer guy or humiliated him when he presented a cheap gift at her birthday party. These are ideas. Hope you're jotting down all these ideas. Another thing you could do is, for the purpose of this book, remember to think like a man, even if you're a human. These are another points. I'm supposed to put this as points too. Think like a man when you want to write on Meganovel. When you want to submit your story on Meganovel, you want to be able to remove, literally take off your anything that has to do with feminine in your body, your boobs, your thinking faculty. Scrap it out because you're about to write something that has to do with a male story, male lead centered. Another thing you could do to write it very well, to stand out, if you have a boyfriend, you're a girl, you want to write for Meganovel, if you have a boyfriend, you can talk to your boyfriend, get to know how male people talks, how the male counterpart talks. You could get to draw some ideas from your boyfriend, from your male friends. Do you get? So that you could give this story. You will not just be writing it. You're a girl, you're not trying to write like a guy. Write what a guy does when you don't even know what a guy does. That's why I say you should ask your male friends or your boyfriends. Do you get? So that they could like give you some tips on the way the guys react. Do you get? Because obviously a guy will not react the way a girl is gonna react when they are being maltreated. There's a different way they react. So you could do some research, so you could give it more relatability, because if it's relatable, people will stick to it. It will not just be sounding AI. Do you get? So that's another thing you need to do. Alright, tip 3, the third thing you should incorporate when you want to write for Meganovel. I've told you, go there like you're a man. Because even if you're a human, go there like you're a man so you can make the story count. Do you get? Now, another thing you should be doing, the bottom line is that he must be thoroughly humiliated and let him seem like there is no hope for him again. Make your male lead, we the readers, be like there's no hope for him again. Do you get? Even getting into certain troubles just because he's poor would be good. Do you get? Make him get into certain troubles, raise his tension, raise his stakes by he just finished receiving a hot plate of rejection from his boss. His auntie should throw him out of the house. He should be a laughing stock in school. He should pick trash on the streets. These are ideas you could hop on. Do you get? So make him emotional. Then the next thing is then after making him emotional, this is the next thing you're gonna do after making him suffer and get humiliated, because what make people stick to a story is when it's so emotional and relatable, when people can feel your story, the impact of your story while they are reading it. Then maybe remember, you're submitting your 10k word, first 10k words. Within your first 10k word, make sure he's both humiliated and the next number I want to say also happens to him. Take note. Still in your 10k word, he then suddenly becomes the long lost child of a billionaire. This is a plot twist. You can introduce it. By so doing, your readers will be like, wow, so this boy we thought that all hope was lost from him, or for him, is actually a son of a millionaire. Wow, a child of a billionaire. And maybe the billionaire is the person he worked for that didn't even know he was his child, or they were related. You could twist it. It's a plot twist. By so doing, your editors will be like, wow, you really know what you're doing. You could even split it. First 5k words showing that he was humiliated, the remaining first 5k words showing when he met the turning point of his life and everything gets to change for him. Do you get? Another thing again, he eventually or suddenly wins a lottery. That can be another thing. He wins a lottery after experiencing struggles all the way during his past life, in the hands of his auntie or in the hands of the person he's living with that is not his parents or something. Do you get? Then he another one again you could also incorporate is he chances upon his secret that he gets a mafia lord to handpick him. Then he becomes a powerful successor to a mafia group. You could link it up like that. Maybe along the line maybe someone left a briefcase in at the booth, and he was able to be generous enough to return the briefcase, and along the line the person made him the second in command in the mafia group or something. Even if this plot is not really this twist is not really catchy, you could incorporate other ones I've mentioned below and before this one. Okay, I'll also pin something in the comments and in the description so you could read through. Or just maybe he suddenly meets someone that changed his life or turn his life around. But you know the saying that says one good turn deserves another. Obviously, maybe he did something good to somebody, and obviously everything changed for better for him. You could incorporate that too. Another thing you could do, he accidentally saved someone who left his fortune for him, like a money in the boat. Just think outside the box. Be creative. But just make sure that at the end of your 10k word, you are not looking for the twist, because that would be only give you a rejection on Meganovel. Make sure at the end of the 10k words you're submitting to Meganovel, you have humiliated him and he has gained. We have gotten to know the twist by seeing the turning point of that male lead. Do you get? Then maybe you can now go and start developing more tensions, more side plots, more side characters that will now kind of lengthen the story up. I'll talk about that later on in another video. Do you get? But for the sake of the contract, make sure that both the humiliation and the turning point happens within the first 10 keywords you're submitting. Don't keep it too long before it happens. Don't keep it at the first 20 keyword. No, make sure it happens at the first 10 keywords. Okay, so you can get your contract easily. All right, now you can go. Another thing again you can do is go to Meganovel, look at books that are trending, you read through. I'll mention some popular ones you can go and check out. Son-in-law books you can go and check out. We have the incredible Oliver Storm. We have the Rags to Riches. You can go and read it through. You can also go and check out Life After Prison, and also System Books, System Activated, Revenge of the Bullied, The Road to War God, My Werewolf System. Do you get? So all these things are books you can make reference with and write your own. You could even make the male lead someone that was humiliated, that had powers, magical powers that you don't even know the powers he had. Do you get? Until he got a revelation that this is what he has, and he now gets back for revenge on those people that bullied him in class or other things, all those people that ostracized him and deprived him of his rights when everything wasn't good for him. Do you get? So just think outside the box and be creative. All right, now if you got value from this video, do well to hit on the red subscribe button, turn on post notification, because I am ready to dismantle anything writing this month you wouldn't want to miss. All right, see you in my next video.